Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. How are you? I hope everyone is doing amazing. So, guys, we are going to be doing your October weekly reading from the 18th through the 24th. Everything that you guys are going to need to know about this reading or about scheduling your personals, all of that will be in the description box for you. Keep in mind it is a general reading, so it's not going to, be able to resonate for everyone out there. If you want something that is meant for your exact energy, then I do have personals open. So we are going to go ahead and just pray and get started. Archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors, please deliver clear messages with a very clear understanding for my most beautiful Aquarius, please. May the messages that need to be heard the very most please come through, and may they please find those who need to hear it. Please show me Aquarius's energy, a very clear message with a very clear understanding. All right, my lovelies, let's take a look and see what's going on. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Swords in the reverse, the Hangman in the reverse, the Fool in the reverse, the Queen of Cups in the reverse, the Temperance in the reverse, 7 of Pentacles. Okay, I'm seeing the thing here. So I do feel like you could have stopped communicating with somebody, and I almost feel like it's driving them crazy. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it because of the sun, but we got the Page of Swords here. Okay, I do feel like somebody, it's like you cut the communication off. We got the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands both in the reverse here. It's like as soon as you cut the communication off, it's driving this person nuts. They're wondering what you're up to. They're wondering what's going on with you. Like, they almost can't handle that energy, okay? Kind of waiting for you to reach out, waiting for you to, like, I feel like some of you guys have been blocked. If that's the case, they're waiting for you to unblock them, waiting to hear from you. They're not able to move forward. They're not in handle of their emotions at this time. They have the Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Temperance in the reverse. So not able to, move on quite yet. They're not working on healing. They're just kind of a hot mess, to be honest with you. It's kind of the energy that's coming through. They're just overwhelmed by their own emotions and not handling them correctly. You have the Hangman in the reverse, 10 of Swords in the reverse up here too. So I do feel like something got drug out. Maybe something needed to come to an end a while ago. Somebody else doesn't want it to, and I feel like you're trying to release it here. But let's take a look and see what's going on. Your energy, we have the 5 of Swords in the reverse. We have the 6 of Cups in the reverse and the Magician in the reverse. I do feel like you understand this person that you're dealing with pretty well on a pretty deep level. I do feel that you don't want to allow the past to hold you back. You're ready to move forward because you feel like this is something that should have ended a long time ago. This is something, that isn't healthy for you, isn't healthy for them, and it just needs to come to an end. Okay, this could be for some of you guys, it could be cycle energy. I'm kind of surprised the world isn't out here, but we'll see if it pops up because it feels like some of you guys maybe have done this before with this person, okay? But the 6 of Cups being the reverse, I feel like you're trying not to stay in the past. You're just trying to move forward. That could be why you blocked them, or that, why you stopped communication. You're just trying to, get that out of your energy and move forward. Now, the 5 of Swords in the reverse, I do feel like you're trying not to look back on the past. I do feel that you're not trying to be nasty. I don't think you're doing that stuff to be hurtful. I feel like you're just doing it because you don't want to allow the past to hold you back. I'm not feeling a manipulative vibe from you with that. But I do feel like you're with the 5 of Swords being the reverse. You're not conflicted. You're very clear about what you want moving forward. You're very clear that this is what's best for you. Now, the Magician in the reverse is showing up, and I do feel like it's coming from, I do feel like it's your recognition that they are, have a tendency to be a little bit manipulative sometimes, or that they could be trying to manipulate you. And there's something about that here we're going to clarify in a moment. Now for them, they have the 9 of Wands, they have the Emperor in the reverse, and they have the 4 of Cups. I do feel like this person is feeling very rejected by you at this time, and I do feel like that feeling on top of, this person may not be the most emotionally mature. With the Queen of Cups showing up in the reverse, they may not be the most emotionally mature person. They may not handle their emotions in the best way, okay? So with that, knowing that, okay, the 4 of Cups, they're feeling very rejected, and you stopped communicating or blocked them or whatever. It's all very triggering for this person, okay? They're having a hard time, and it's showing up. The Emperor in the reverse, they're feeling a very big lack of control. They don't know what to do. They can't talk to you. You know, they feel blocked, they feel rejected, they can't handle this emotions. So they're just, their hands are up in the air. They really just don't know what to do at this time. They're feeling a very lack of control. And like I said, they're not handling it very well. The Knight of Wands, they're still really holding on tightly to this. They're not quite ready to give up. So let's go ahead and start clarifying. All right, tell me about this Five of Swords in the reverse. Why is the Five of Swords in the reverse here? The Knight of Cups. Yeah, you have a dream and a vision for your future, for the kind of life you want, for the kind of partnership you want. The Knight of Cups is a dreamer, a visionary. And I feel like you've tried to have that with this person, but I feel like you've come into the understanding, the realization that you cannot have that with this person, the way that things are between the two of you. And that dream and that vision is what is propelling you to move forward, because you know what kind of life you want. You know what kind of love that you deserve. Tell me about the Six of Cups, please, in the reverse. The Queen of Swords. Yeah, and you can see, even in this deck, she's got her sword raised, like she's ready to cut down anything that doesn't serve her, anything that's not in her best interest. I feel like what you're cutting away is the ties to the past, because you're seeing where it's not healthy for you, it's not what's best for you, and that it's time to move forward. Okay, so I feel like that's what you are. You're holding on to the vision that you have for yourself, and you're cutting the ties to anything that's not serving you. Tell me about this Magician in the reverse. Why is that here? The Knight of Wands. Okay, yeah, this person, I feel like they don't think things through. It can be, the Knight of Wands can be, it's a card of desires. Okay, so that somebody just wants what they want, and they don't really think, they just kind of go after it. So I feel like you're worried that this person could be very, you know, could try to manipulate you or be very manipulative when it comes to trying to get you back, because all they're thinking about is that they want you back, and they're kind of willing to do that, you know, by any means necessary. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why you're trying to cut them out of your energy so much, is because you don't want the drama of that, and you don't want them trying to manipulate you. Now tell me about this. I don't know how these just got flipped around. All right. Tell me about this Four of Cups energy. Why is the Four of Cups energy here? The Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, they know that you're no longer committed to this, that you're no longer interested in this. They feel like they're losing their opportunity with you. Okay, they feel very rejected at this time. The Hierophant. Yeah, some of you guys could be married to this person. Others of you just were in a very long-term commitment with them. You know, a very serious commitment with them. It's that kind of level of commitment. And they see that they've lost that now. They feel very rejected. They're just not handling it well. Tell me about this Emperor in the reverse. The Fool card. They don't know what else to do. They're willing to do whatever. With that Fool card energy, it feels like they're willing to do whatever chance that they have. It's like grasping at straws, like whatever would work. I can understand why you would get that manipulative vibe from them, because they really are. They feel a total lack of control, and that's kind of pushing them to, you know, I would say even be like behave erratically. Like they'd be willing to do just about anything to get you to come back. Tell me about the Nine of Wands. I would be cautious with that energy. I think you blocking them out, I can understand why you would do that. Tell me about the Nine of Wands energy. Got the Chariot in the reverse. They're having a hard time moving forward. There's something here where they don't necessarily believe that you're giving them the full reasons or being honest. You know, they could be telling themselves stories about why you're leaving. You know, they don't want to admit that maybe it is what's best. Okay, that maybe you're just doing what's best for you and for them, that maybe this is unhealthy. I feel like with this energy here, they could feel like you're speaking in half-truths. They could feel like you are, you know, not being totally upfront with them. The Two of Swords, they're trying to figure some things out, but they're having a hard time. So we're going to go ahead and pull some other message cards and see what other energies we can get. And then we are going to pull some action cards and see what actions you may be taking towards them and what actions they may be taking towards you. I am not available. Okay, so that's what you have for them. Yeah, I feel like you're just not available to them. And I feel like the fact that you have them like blocked energetically or blocked with the phone, or just are not like taking their calls or texts, you know, I do feel like that it's driving them crazy. It really is. You and I were too young. So this can be, maybe you guys did get together very young, and that's a factor. But for most of you, I feel like it's not age. I feel like it's a maturity thing. There's something about the way that you guys are together, or maybe this person, that like they're not handling the emotions maturely. They don't react in a mature way, and that there's something here where maybe there's some lessons that you both need to learn, and this is just not the time, because you guys both have things you need to learn and grow in order to have something. I remember every detail of that day. So this person definitely could have, on the day that you decided to leave, whatever it was that led to that event, I do feel like it was something rather dramatic. And, I do feel like that's what's keeping you staying strong through this, being able to just keep it moving forward, regardless of how you feel, regardless of if you miss them, is because you keep thinking back to why you're leaving in the first place. And that kind of reestablishes that motivation for you. I love you. Okay, so they still love you. They're having a hard time. This person is really struggling. And, because they love you and because there is so much going on, they are overwhelmed by their emotions. I don't react when people mention you. So they could be trying to put on a front and act like they're okay when it comes to other people. Not really let anybody know how devastated they really are. We will be together again. They're also very... I lost myself for a little while. So I do feel like they could be having some regrets about the way that they've handled the situation, understanding that maybe that wasn't really helpful to the situation, but they just felt so overwhelmed by their emotions that they almost couldn't help themselves. They're still determined to make this work. They still want this. Okay, they're not letting go anytime soon, especially with the Nine of Wands being there. So let's see what actions they'll be taking towards you and what actions you will be taking as well. What actions will this person be taking towards Aquarius? What actions will this person be taking towards Aquarius? The Four of Cups, they just feel very rejected. I feel like there's not too many actions they can take, because I do feel like you have them blocked. At the very least, you're not, communicating. The Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, they feel like they've lost everything. They feel like they're starting all the way over. They're just really feeling the weight of what they've lost here, and they're feeling very rejected. So I do feel like they could be having some like self-worth or self-esteem issues at this moment as well. They're just dealing with a lot. Okay, they're very overwhelmed. I don't see them taking too much action other than holding on, because this is just a weekly reading, and I feel like there's not much they can do at this moment, and they're aware of that with the Emperor being in the reverse. What actions will... But see, the Six of Swords in the reverse just fell out on top of it. So they're not going to be moving past this, at least this week either. So tell me about what actions Aquarius will be taking. What actions will Aquarius be taking? Two of Wands. You're choosing to go in a new direction. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck, he has got one wand that's standing still, like strong and on its own, and it represents the way things have always been. Like that wand has always been there. It's always, it's stable. Okay, so you can see this is the connection. This is the way that it's always been, and that's what he's choosing to leave behind, because he grabs another wand and he's looking out over the castle like he's about to take off on a new journey. So I do feel like you're leaving what you've always known, what you've always done, and it may be unknown. It may be a little scary to go off on your own and go off without this person, but you're doing what you feel like is best for you. What actions? The Two of Wands, it is a young emperor, okay? So it is Mars and Aries. It is about going in a new direction, taking a new action, taking the lead. The Moon card. Yeah, so you may not know exactly where you're going, but you know where you've been, okay? And that's kind of the energy that's coming through. I'm not sure where this road is going to take me. And even in the Moon card, in the traditional deck, there's a giant path between two pillars and mountains. He knows that it could be a journey. He knows that things could be tough, leaving this behind and going into the unknown. But he also knows that the reward will outweigh any challenge that he may face. So I'm really proud of you for that. I'm really proud of you for going into the unknown and standing up for yourself and standing up for your your self-worth, knowing your worth, and going after, what you're worthy of. Okay, I am proud of you for that. So we're going to go ahead and get some confirmation, clarifications, and some advice. Archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors, what confirmation, clarification, and advice do we have for my most beautiful Aquarius, please? What confirmation, clarification, or advice do we have for my very most beautiful Aries? We have meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces, So Pisces is a very dreamy energy, okay? It's a very lovey energy. New moon, I think Spirit is saying you guys can have whatever dream and vision that you want for the future. Whatever you want that to look like. You guys are going off on your own, and that may be a little frightening, but there's a blank canvas in front of you now. This ending is the catalyst for your brand new beginning, and you can create whatever you want. So spend some time dreaming about that. Meditate, contemplate, think about what you want that to look like. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Okay, so you're going to get some kind of confirmations. I feel like when it comes to full moon in Gemini, full moon is about closing things out, things that are, cycles that are coming to a close. So I do believe things that need to be released as well. I do think if you guys needed any confirmation about your decision, I do feel like you will be getting that in some form or another, and it will really help you put this behind you. Let's get you one more. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Yeah, I feel like Spirit is calling on you to really spend some time going within and figuring out what you want, and then to take action on doing that. Even if it's just a little tiny step a day, okay? I do feel like that is what Spirit is calling you to do. So if this resonates, my lovelies, please let me know in the comments down below. And if it doesn't, check out your other sign placements. Sometimes your moon, rising, and Venus can resonate more than your sun sign does. And if you like the way that I read, please like, share, and subscribe. Guys, if you hit that notification bell, then when we do our monthlies, our mid-monthlies, and our weeklies, you can be notified and you can go check them out. But most importantly, and as always, if you guys want personal prayers for any reason at all, just